Welcome to Phillies Fan Central, where passion meets the diamond and every fan's voice counts.
What is going on, Phillies Nation? Welcome back to Phillies Fan Central, the #1 spot for uncensored, in-depth, and reliable news for the fighting Phils. If you bleed red and pinstripes, you are in the right place. Before we dive into a report that could seriously shake up our offseason and the future of our lineup, do me a huge favor, smash that subscribe button, drop a like on this video to help us beat the algorithm, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a breaking update. I want to hear your voice, so get ready to sound off in the comments section below. This is a community for fans by fans. Let's get into it. We have a developing situation brewing in the American League East that has immediate and frankly concerning implications for our Philadelphia Phillies. We often look at the New York Mets or the Atlanta Braves as the primary agitators in the market. But a new report from Patrick McAvoy of Sports Illustrated, citing inside information from Jen McCaffrey of The Athletic, suggests that the Boston Red Sox are waking up from their slumber and they have their eyes on some very familiar names. As we look toward the 2026 campaign, the landscape of Major League Baseball is shifting, and the Red Sox are preparing to be incredibly aggressive. According to the report released on Monday, November 24th, Boston is not just looking to tweak their roster, they are looking to overhaul the middle of their lineup with serious power, and they have the capital to do it. The most alarming part of this report for us here in Philadelphia is the specific mention of our own designated hitter and clubhouse leader, Kyle Schwarber. McCaffrey reports that the Red Sox ownership is fully expected to blow past the luxury tax threshold of $244 million for the 2026 season. This is a significant pivot for a team that has been hesitant to spend in recent years. They have identified that to compete, they need a premier bat, and Kyle Schwarber has been listed as a priority target alongside the Mets' Pete Alonso. This is not just idle speculation. This is a sourced report connecting Boston's massive war chest directly to the heart of the Phillies' batting order. We know that Fenway Park, with that short porch in right field, is tailor-made for a left-handed power hitter like Schwarber. The mere thought of him peppering the bleachers in Boston instead of launching Schwarbombs into the seats at Citizens Bank Park is something that should have every Phillies fan on high alert right now. The report details that Boston is feeling confident due to the emergence of their young phenom, Roman Anthony. After debuting in June of 2025, Anthony posted a slash line of .292, .396 on .463 with 8 home runs and 32 RBIs in just 71 games. With a full season of Anthony expected, Boston feels they are 1 or 2 veteran superstars away from championship contention. This internal confidence makes them dangerous bidders. If they view Schwarber not just as a hitter, but as the veteran presence needed to mentor kids like Anthony, the same way he has mentored our guys, they might be willing to offer a contract that makes things very complicated for Dave Dombrowski and the Phillies front office. We are talking about a team willing to exceed $244 million in payroll. They are not bargain hunting. They are headhunting. And right now, it looks like they are hunting for the kind of power that has defined the Phillies' recent success. Let's dig deeper into the strategy here and what this means for the broader market. The report from The Athletic also links the Red Sox to a reunion with third baseman Alex Bregman and, interestingly, New York Mets first baseman Pete Alonso. From a purely strategic standpoint, if the Red Sox decide to pivot toward Alonso, that actually benefits the Phillies significantly. Taking Alonso out of the National League East and planting him in the American League weakens our direct rival in New York. However, the report states that Boston needs at least one heavy hitter, implying they could potentially be in the market for multiple pieces, or that Schwarber is the alternative if the other deals fall through. They are also looking at Japanese infielder Kazuma Okamoto as a potential fallback, which adds another layer of intrigue to the international market. But make no mistake, the primary targets are established, high-power MLB veterans. We have to consider the Dave Dombrowski factor here. Our president of baseball operations has a long history with Boston. He knows how that organization operates. When they decide to flip the switch, he knows that when the Red Sox decide to spend over the luxury tax, they usually get their man. This puts pressure on the Phillies to potentially lock up their core or make a counter move before the market spirals out of control. If Kyle Schwarber is truly a priority target for Boston, the Phillies cannot simply sit back and hope loyalty wins out. Money talks, and the tax threshold is a very real constraint. We need to analyze whether the Phillies are willing to match a bidding war for an aging, albeit elite power hitter, or if they have a succession plan in place. Losing Schwarber isn't just about losing 40-plus home runs. It is about losing the leadoff dynamic that has terrorized pitchers and the voice that holds the locker room together during those tough stretches in August. Furthermore, we have to look at the timing. This news is dropping in late November, right as the hot stove begins to heat up. This signals that the market for power hitters is going to be robust and expensive. If Boston sets the market high early by chasing Bregman or Schwarber, every other free agent or trade target becomes more expensive for Philadelphia. We are looking at a scenario where the Phillies might have to get uncomfortable financially to keep this championship window wide open. The concept of Red October energy relies on having guys who can change the game with one swing, and there are very few players in the history of this franchise who embody that better than Kyle Schwarber. The idea that Boston sees the exact same value in him validates how good he is, but it also threatens to break up the band. We need to trust that John Middleton is ready to do what it takes to protect this roster, but this report confirms that there are sharks in the water and they are circling our key players. All right, let's break this down to the bottom line. The Boston Red Sox are desperate. They are flush with cash, and they are specifically targeting the power profile that Kyle Schwarber provides. While Pete Alonso and Alex Bregman are also in the mix, the fact that Schwarber is named as a priority target means the Phillies front office has a massive fight on their hands. We are looking at a potential bidding war that will test the limits of the luxury tax for everyone involved. Now, I need to hear from you. This is the most important part of the show. How worried are you about the Red Sox poaching Kyle Schwarber? Do you think the Phillies should match any offer Boston makes? Or is there a price point where you would let him walk? And if Boston takes Pete Alonso instead, do you consider that a win for the Phillies by weakening the Mets? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section right now. I read every single one of them. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to stay ahead of every rumor, trade, and signing, make sure you subscribe to Phillies Fan Central, smash that like button to show your support, and ring the bell so you're the first to know when news breaks. We are building the best Phillies community on YouTube, and we need you with us. Until next time, keep the faith, stay passionate, and let's keep that Red October energy alive all year round. Go Phils, ring the bell.